Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video, I'm going to be testing and reviewing Green Clean Automotive Car Shampoo Superior. We're going to be continuing our Amazon Soap Fest, and as always, we'll be using our MTM submachine gun style foamer for the foam portion of the test. We'll be using 2 ounces of the Green Clean and 10 ounces of warm water. Then we'll switch to our bucket test and see what kind of foamage we get for a hand wash. Let me put this down. I've got to show you guys, this is probably the best packaged car soap I've ever seen. It comes in a really nice, thick, heavy-duty box. And inside the box you get a really nice, quite expensive, I'm going to call this a little info card, trading card, whatever. And then you've got the bottle, which is a really nice packaged bottle. So we don't need that. You know, I don't know anything about this car soap or this company. I've never even heard of them before I started researching the car soaps for the Amazon Soap Fest. But this label reads pretty much like all the other labels. Use 1 ounce per gallon. It's pH friendly to your car. It won't strip or harm your wax. But what's interesting to note is if you read the box and on the side it says, contains bio ingredients such as soy, corn, and carnauba and made from plants. Supposedly, I guess that's better. I don't know what soap is actually made from. I don't know. And honestly, I really don't care. I want to know, how does this clean the car and does it strip the wax or paint sealant? So we're going to be learning that together. I hope that this is going to be a knockout. You know, I really want to see a shampoo that's a 10 out of all these shampoos that we're doing. I have about 17 or 18 more to do for our Amazon Soap Fest. This thing just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And what I need you guys to help me to do is look back at all the videos I've done and see if you can find some soaps on Amazon that I haven't tried yet. Put them in the description box below and I'll try to get them. You know what? Enough talking. I want to see what plant-based car soap can do. Come on, let's go outside and get this test done.
A lot of sap on the car.
All right, I've got 2 ounces of our Green Clean Automotive shampoo and 10 ounces of warm water. Let's see how this foams. Wow. Looks like I used a Gilmore foamer instead of a pressure washer. Gosh, that's horrible. I mean, just look at it. Unbelievable. I'm not denoting any slickness. I would try to tell you what kind of foam cells are here. It looks like it's super micro tiny self-evaporating discombobulation. Unbelievable. There's not a lot that I can add, that I can say, that you can't see with words. This is horrible. All right, so I'm gonna give this 6 minutes and come back, and unless there's nothing left in less than 6 minutes, but we'll find that out together. Okay, here we are back at the 6 minute mark, and gosh, I don't even know how much to say is left. There is a little thin layer. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's about 64 degrees out today. Not very good. Not too good. I don't know. I'm going to say there's 50% left or so on the side. It's super thin. It's already starting to dry out in a few places. And what usually, even on a bad foam, the top and the hood and the windshield will still have a considerable amount, but there's not a lot left. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get the pressure washer, and we're going to rinse this off and see if it strips any of our Adams liquid paint sealant. Okay, this is rinsing out really easy. Definitely not reactivating. Alright, so let's see what kind of non-bonded contaminants this winter replaced. I didn't do anything to our Adams paint sealant. We can still see that it's beading up very nicely. The little bit of sap that was there on the car appears to be gone. And it did rinse pretty easily. It definitely did not try to reactivate as some other car soaps will do. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and rate this foam. I'm going to give it a 3, and that's being kind with it. I just don't like the way that even in this cool temperature that the foam just dissipated so quickly. It's super thin. You'd probably have to use 4 ounces in that container to get a decent lather. But it did remove the sap. So that's why I'm not going lower with it. All right, so next I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up, and we'll see what kind of foam this makes in a hand bucket. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add the 3 ounces of our green clean to our bucket. This is an extremely viscous emerald green car soap. Not much of a scent at all. Kind of weird. You would think it would smell like apples or something. But you can see how thick and viscous it is by the way the ribbons of it just lay on the bottom. And it's kind of weird that for as viscous a car soap as this is, there's not a lot of residue left, and it didn't make a very good foam. And just from that initial mixing, there's absolutely no slickness in the water. I'm going to go ahead and get the pressure washer, and we'll agitate this and see what kind of foamage it makes. All right, so it looks like, well, actually it looks like the bubble structure is pretty stable. There's mostly small and medium cell bubbles in here. Doesn't feel like this is anything but just plain water, which is not good. I mean, it just feels like water. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get our 4 wash mitts. That's what it takes to do this car. I'm going to let the results speak for themselves. You guys watch as I do this hand wash. All right, guys, here is the verdict. This stuff is horrible. There's absolutely no lubrication whatsoever. And to be honest, if I was going to use the rest of this, I would probably put some Optimum no rinse or something in there to produce some lubrication. This foam stability when you're washing it by hand is little to none. It felt like I was washing with just plain water. So yes, it did get the sap or whatever else was left on there off. But I'm gonna have to give this, I'm gonna give it as a hand wash, I'm gonna give it a 2. And I should probably give it a 1, but I'm gonna give it a 2. It's not the absolute worst wash I've ever tried, but it's up there in probably the top 5. So as I said before, as a foam, I'm going to give it a 3, and that's being generous. As a hand wash, well, the best it's going to get from me is a 2. It's just not good. It's not a good wash. So I will put the link down in the description if you would like to try it yourself. Perhaps you'll get better results. But that's what it is. So I'm just giving you guys the honest, raw feedback of what it is, and hopefully you'll take that with a grain of salt and try it for yourself if you'd like to. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off, and I will see you guys on the next video.